Yo, what is up guys, it's Pedro here. In today's video, I'll be talking about why I believe that the Washington Commanders need to make a move at cornerback. That could include trading for cornerback Jaycee Horn, or maybe someone like Greg Newsome, or even signing a guy like Troy Hill, who just got released from the Panthers today. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell as well, so you never miss a video. We're close to 14K. It's free. Go ahead and do it. Less than 40% of you guys are subscribed. Also, make sure you guys check out BetUS, betus.com. So yeah, the Commanders, one of their weakest positions, if not their weakest position on the team right now, is cornerback. I think, yeah, it is their weakest position. I mean, quarterback's been good, running backs have been good, receiver, Terry's been good, and honestly, we could use some help at receiver, I'm not going to lie, but the receivers, the other guys have been getting open, and they are helping out Jaden Daniels, for the most part, so they've been solid. They haven't been terrible. Offensive line's been good. Sure, you could add another guy or two there, but it's been fine. Tight end, Zach Ertz has been serviceable, and then, we'll see what Ben Sinnott does. Could, use some more help from him. Defensively, linebackers have been good. Safeties have been, solid. DNs have been all right. Defensive tackles, honestly, haven't been that good. Cornerbacks, though, have been very, very underwhelming. And, even for their expectations this year, they weren't high, but they've been worse than I thought they would be. And if this team is trying to contend this year, I think they should add a cornerback. And some people might be like, well, just, because, expectations have changed and, Jaden's been playing really well and the offense is playing better than expected, doesn't mean that the Commanders should make a move and, change up the speed of the rebuild. Well, the rebuild, at least so far, hopefully it doesn't change, knock on wood, has been accelerated. And just because you trade for a guy doesn't mean you're jeopardizing the future, because it could mean two things. One, you're helping out the present and you're helping out the future. If you trade for someone like Jaycee Horn, that he's still young. He was a 2021 first round pick. He has a chance to be a stud if he's healthy. So he's a guy that could help you not only now, but also in the future. If you trade for someone like Marshawn Lattimore, that might be a little bit different. An older guy and, might only be here for a couple years. Okay, that's a little bit different. But someone like Jaycee Horn or Greg Newsome, those guys are young, and I think that, they would help now, but also would help out in the future as well. And, the Panthers, there's been rumors about Jaycee Horn, but nothing crazy, credible. And, I don't know if they'll be moving on from him, but they're obviously not a great football team right now. They're not going to be winning, so not going to be winning for a while, so they might be moving on from some guys. I still don't know about Jaycee Horn. Seems like Commanders fans, they don't want to give up a second-round pick for him, and then Panthers fans want to get at least a first. So, obviously, our fans and their fans aren't the ones making the moves, but I'll be interested to see what Jaycee Horn's value is. Jaycee, the thing with him is he's missed a lot of time. So I just think it's very difficult for them to get a ton of draft capital for him. Yes, again, he is a good corner when he's on the field, but he's not on the field a lot. So this year he has played 6 games, which is good. But the year before played 6 games, year before 13, and the year before he played in 3 games. That's not good at all. Not good at all, and he's been solid when he does play. Been solid, but you can't be missing all these games and expect to get a first round pick plus out of him. Maybe they will. Maybe a team will give up that much for him. I just personally wouldn't give up that much for him. A third round pick, absolutely. A second round pick, I wouldn't mind that either. I know people aren't with that, but I would absolutely be willing to give up a day 2 pick for Jaycee Horn. Greg Newsome's another guy. The Browns possibly are shopping some of their guys. They traded away Amari Cooper. They're not going to be good anytime soon. So Greg Newsome is a guy maybe that the Washington Commanders could look at. Denzel Ward too, but he's a little bit older. Going to cost more, is getting paid more, and has a lot of injury history with the concussions. I believe it's 5 concussions in the NFL, which is a lot, or at least 3. I know that for sure. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a Greg Newsome deal as well. Former first round pick, I believe in 2021, as well. I'm not 100% sure on that, but 24 years old, still very young. And let's see. So yeah, 2021. And, overall has been relatively healthy, way healthier than Jaycee Horn has been. That's not saying a lot, but still 12 games, 15, 14, and then 6 so far this year. Not a big interception guy, only 2 interceptions in his career, and returned one of those for a touchdown, 1 career sack. You look at the stats, not amazing, but definitely would be an improvement over what we have here. Again, he's also young. You can potentially develop him. And the Commanders and Adam Peters did make a trade with the Browns earlier this offseason. Obviously, it was a lower, much smaller trade, and it didn't end up amounting to anything because Cade York got released after the first game. But that is something that is something to watch out for as well, because they do have somewhat of a connection there, Andrew Berry and Adam Peters. But yeah, Greg Newsome would like the move, 6 foot, 192 pounds. Don't know what the draft capital would take to get him. It's definitely not a first round pick, probably not a second round pick either. So yeah, we'll see. If you guys are Browns fans in the comments section, or fans of any teams that I'm talking about, let me know what you would like in a trade for these players. But real quick, a word from today's sponsor. And make sure you guys go ahead, check out BetUS at betus.com. Use my code YouTube150 for 150% sign-up deposit match on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. And they got the fastest payouts in the industry. You got the Commanders game this week against the Carolina Panthers. And of course, they already got lines for that. They have the Commanders as 9-point favorites. It's been a minute since the Washington Commanders have been 9-point favorites in a game. It's at home against a team that is not that good. The over-under is 51.5, which I think is a very good line there. Game is at 405. Obviously I like the Commanders to win this, and they should win by more than 9 points. I think they really should. The only problem is the Panthers offense isn't awful with Andy Dalton, so they might be able to get some points with him to keep it close. And I think the Commanders will be able to score 30 plus. So I do like the over on this game as well. And make sure you guys check out BetUS. Link in the description to their website. And as usual, bet responsibly. All right, and again, a huge shout out to BetUS. Make sure you guys check them out. We'll be doing a short on some of the props I like for this game. But the Panthers made a move. I talked about it. They're releasing veteran cornerback Troy Hill. An experienced defender becomes available. That's what Ian Rappaport tweeted out. He has, I believe, 60 or 70 career games. Has played a lot of games in the NFL and would be an option for the Washington Commanders right now. Obviously, the move's not going to be made this week, but maybe they bring him in for a workout and then sign him early next week, something like that, or maybe work him out now, sign him, and he'll play next week, something like that. But obviously, whatever happens, he's not going to be playing on Sunday against Carolina Panthers. Would be very surprised if that happens, but that's a guy to watch out for as well. I'll go ahead and look up his stats for you guys just so we can see what we're working with here if the Commanders end up going after him. Troy Hill, been in the league for a minute since 2015, 414 career tackles, has 9 career interceptions, 5'10", 180 pounds. How old is he? 30? 33 years old. Let's go ahead and look at his stats. So last 2 years he's played in Carolina. A year before that was with the Rams, then the Browns, the Rams again for a while, and then the Bengals. Had a year with 2 pick sixes and 3 picks on the year, and 9 career interceptions. How many games is it? 119. I guess a 60 games started. That's what it was. Okay, 60 starts. And I guess this year was starting a little bit. Last year started a little bit. So he's kind of like a rotational guy, but on this team probably would be getting the starting reps. He's probably better than St. Juice at this point. We'll see what happens, but just a guy to watch out for. Another guy is Jonathan Jones, Patriots cornerback, a little bit older. I believe he's a bigger guy. Let me look it up. But Jonathan Jones, another guy, maybe they're able to trade for him or something for a late round pick. It's not going to be a lot. So he is 31 years old. Actually, he's not big at all. I don't know what I was thinking. It was probably another corner because I think they have a bunch of Joneses. But 5'9", 185 pounds. Is this the returner then? Let's see. You look at his stats. Has been in the league for a while, all with the Patriots, 2016 to 2024. I don't think it's a returner either, but they had a returner that was also a cornerback. I had 4 picks in 2022 and 1 touchdown. So 11 career picks. He's a vet. This would be another example of maybe a guy that helps you this year but doesn't really help you in the future. So not sure if that's something that would interest them. I personally would rather go after a Greg Newsome, a Jaycee Horn, even a Denzel Ward, but more so Greg Newsome and Jaycee Horn. Those are the guys I would like the Commanders to go after. And maybe they make a move at receiver. I doubt it. Or defensive end because of some of the injuries. I'll go ahead. We'll get into an injury update here. I believe Dorrance Armstrong is out for this game. Same thing with Tyler Owens. It is what it is. Dorrance Armstrong is a loss. Let's see. Johnny Newton and Sheldon Day are players that are going to play more. And then Dan Quinn says that Jalen Holmes has stood out in his first few days here. He's a defensive end that they signed. So, it's going to be interesting, this defensive line situation. The captains, Sam Cosmi, Nick Bellore, and Frankie Louvu against his former team. And honestly, Nick Bellore, he had the first game, we had a couple of bad penalties, but he's been really good. He's been making a lot of really good tackles, so want to give him a shout out for sure. Brian Robinson is trending in the right direction, but they still haven't made a decision there. And, it's probably looking like he will. I don't know. It's to be determined. They might be like, we can rest him for a week against the Panthers. And then same thing with Dorrance Armstrong and see what happens there. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a video. And I know I have done a Darrell Green comment at the end of the video, but they are retiring his jersey, I believe, at this home game against the Carolina Panthers, and it should be a good moment. So go ahead and comment down below, Darrell Green. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys check out BetUS, and peace.